Alright, so I haven't done one of these in a long time. I tried to record like a mock video yesterday, but that was one I wasn't going to post. And this video is all about living your lucid lifestyle. And so what does that mean? Well, lucid lifestyle is a way of living that prioritizes health, prioritizes awareness, and prioritizes progressing in the future to become the best version of yourself. So it also includes lucid dreaming because it's the lucid lifestyle. And I, for the past couple of months, have been really trying to prioritize tracking all of my lucid dreaming stats and also getting my life together in a way that aligns with lucid dreaming, therefore creating my lucid lifestyle. So exactly how do you go about creating your own lucid lifestyle? So people all have different situations in how they would do this. But the main goals is you want to have good sleep, you want to have good health, you want to be aware of the future and aware of the present moment, and also create a plan of action for the future so you'll line up with the best chances of having the life you want, the dreams you want. And so what I've been doing the past couple months is I have really been tracking my stats on my dream stats little Google Sheets I made. Eventually I'm going to make an app, but I need to hire a back-end developer for that. But right now I've just been tracking things on a Google Sheet that is meant for lucid dreaming, and through just pure consistency, I have not been motivated at all to lucid dream. And also I've just had a lot of things pop up. So I haven't been able to meditate as long. I haven't been able to do as many reality checks throughout the day. Haven't been doing techniques or anything like that. But my results have been getting way better, and the reason is simply because I am continuously tracking without missing as many days as I normally would have. And that's one aspect of the lucid lifestyle, is you have to try being aware and plan for the future. And for my future, it's trying to get better at lucid dreaming, trying to improve on the channel, and ultimately get more freedom to do what I want in my life. So with that being said, the first part, start making a plan for the future. Whether the lucid lifestyle for you could be pretty much anything. Whether it's just like getting out of your current job and living a life of health and wellness. The first step for you could be building a skill that can get you out of the rat race is what they call it, but just out of any job you don't want to be in. Maybe you have to work more hours. That's what I'm currently doing right now, is I'm trying to work a ton of hours so I'm able to build the life I want. But it could be anything for you, the first step. Maybe this is going to the gym. It doesn't really matter, but as long as you are aware and take actionable steps towards the future, you are building your lucid life. The next part of this that I find really important is improving your sleep. So for the past 2 months, I have been tracking my dream stats, and I've been using my Oura Ring. And I have a little over 90% accuracy with tracking things on my Oura Ring. Went to my friend's house a couple times, so I missed it then. But even through being sick for an entire month and almost a month and a half, I was able to track everything with a 90, currently it's a 93% accuracy. But my sleep was constantly bad at this time. I had a horrible sleep scores and stuff and all that. But I was still able to get better at lucid dreaming in the time, even though my body was not wanting to do it, my mind was not motivated. I simply made tracking it easy. And, apply this to your goal for a lucid life. Let's say you want to work out, lose 20 pounds so you're more healthy, typical goal. You'd say you track your calories. Now you don't have to make sure everything's exactly perfect, but you just want to quickly, you could snap a photo using one of those AI things, as long as you aren't adding stuff in the sandwich and it takes a photo and then then you just hide whatever in it. But you could use one of those things. You could just scan like a label, quickly type in the calories, get on with your day. You know, don't make it too tough, because if it's too tough, you're probably not going to stick to it, to be honest. And I wasn't able to stick to lucid dreaming because it was very difficult. Now, even though I'm not motivated, and even though like life is constantly pushing on me right now, and it will be for a long time, I'm still able to get better at lucid dreaming. Apply this to your own goals. And getting your sleep is really going to help, because you're able to just improve all other aspects of your life easier. You're going to be able to use more cognitive function, so you'll be able to think more clear, have more clarity in your life. You'll also be able to make wiser decisions and just be healthier. So make sure your sleep is good. You'll feel like you actually have energy in the morning. Another part of a lucid lifestyle is be healthy by getting your diet correctly. Over the past, I'm going to say 2 weeks, I have been really trying to get my diet better. And what I'm doing for this is I'm finding foods that I like right now that are healthy. Because most people, when they start like a diet or whatnot, I've tried to start meal plans and all that, and they fail like within the first day every single time. You know, they just follow this list of like 10 things they eat throughout the day, 10 little small snacks, or 3 meals or whatnot, and they don't like half of the things, and so they quit because multiple reasons. But first of all, they don't find it attractive. I read Atomic Habits, just an audiobook, over the past week, and I think it very much applies to living a lucid lifestyle. You want to make it easy, you want to make it attractive, you want to make it worth it. And for me, lucid dreaming, you know, I have the channel that helps me a lot, of course, but I also have my own goals that only lucid dreaming can be the answer to, or it does it in a more effective way. Like an example is just like, I track my O-ring stuff, and I usually have an hour and a half every single night of REM sleep. And REM sleep is the stage in which you dream. So if you're able to lucid dream half of the time for that, you are pretty much buying 45 minutes every single day of your life. And since you're sleeping for 8 hours, you know, will be 7.5 if you're including this. And that's a lot of time. That's like a 14th, a 13th of your entire life if you started now. And I just think that's very important, because people always don't have enough time to do the things they want. You could do your meditating inside of a lucid dream. Literally just do something that you want to practice at in real life, and if you're able to have an extra 45 minutes every single night, do that inside of a lucid dream. You will save time. Something very simple. But you can also figure out like your subconscious mind and how you think about everything, and directly change it in a lucid dream. So that's why lucid dreaming is so exciting to me. It's just there is endless possibilities. I've said this from my first video, and I'm super excited. I have a ton of video ideas that are coming up, but it's going to take a while to get out, because I'm building my lucid lifestyle first. I'm building the foundations and all that. And so what I pretty much have to do in the meantime is I'm building my own tiny house eventually, but I have to save up the money and then actually start to build it. But in the meantime, there will be probably weekly car videos. But anyways, back to living a lucid lifestyle. I just went on a complete tangent there. But the last part is, I think it's the most important, and it's being aware throughout the day and aware of your future goals. So going to the tiny house, like, I understand that if I save up enough money, I am able to not have to pay rent anymore, and this will allow me to have to work less hours in the future, so I am able to work more on content. But I'm also by myself. I'm not away, or like I'm away from distractions. My parents have some property, so if I'm over there, I will be able to, you know, go on runs every single morning. I don't like running here in the town. I just it's not as attractive, you know. Just a principle of atomic habits. But if I can run in nature and I can wake up whenever I want, which will be very early, I'm assuming, it will be more attractive to do the more YouTube self-improvement stuff. I'll put it to two ways here. So if if you're actively living your lucid lifestyle and you build your environment up, because that's what I'm trying to do right now, is I'm trying to build my environment, you will be able to do things a lot easier, require a lot less willpower, and it will be harder for you to do the things that suck. So let's say, you're a minute away from a McDonald's or something and you're trying to stick to your meal plan. It's going to be difficult, obviously. But if you're able to do something like move into the countryside where you're 30 minutes away from eating fast food, the only trips and discipline you need to do is you need to go to the grocery store, have a list written down, and just choose from that list. And then if you want to get your fast food stuff, you'll have to drive 30 minutes there, spend money you don't have, and then come back 30 minutes. And it's just a lot more easy to eat the healthy things that also taste good, in your fridge. And so that's also why I'm trying to figure out what foods I actually enjoy that are healthy. I've recently figured out I love watermelon and cottage cheese. Literally just random foods. But yeah, I could eat them consistently, so I'm going to put those in my meal plan eventually once I get my stuff in order. But yeah, I kind of went on a ton of random tangents. I haven't done one of these car videos in a while, so that's why. But I just wanted to say that, I'm actively improving at working towards my lucid lifestyle. I'm planning to work a ton of hours, like at a job, so I can save a ton of money, so I can build this tiny house sooner rather than later. But yeah, when you're trying to create your lucid lifestyle, just make it as easy as possible. Try to get your environment right and focus on health. This would be diet and your sleep and exercise. Focus on having clarity throughout the day and clarity towards your future and your plans so you can live the life you want. And yeah, I will hopefully be making weekly car videos. Again, I can't do the full edited videos right now. I'm still going to try to get better at editing. It's going to be very minimal for like my self-practice. I think I'm just going to keep the car videos unedited for now. And yeah, I have a ton of plans, but I'm just trying to get my environment right. And I realized before with my channel, I made a lot of like videos on things I didn't really do yet. Like my first video or my second video was like how to incorporate lucid dreaming into your daily routine. I didn't do that at the time. I had spurts of where I did it, but I didn't actually do it. And now I've been doing my dream stats for the past 2 months with over 90% consistency with. I think that is, that's actually incorporated it into my daily routine. And also like track absolutely everything. I wasn't tracking like literally anything when I made that video, but yet I talked about it, and now 6 months, 8 months later, I actually track everything every single day for lucid dreaming. And I also made a video on YouTube and how it's been addicting to me, and like how that's the number one thing stopping me from lucid dreaming. I barely watch YouTube anymore. I watch like maybe an hour a day, maybe 2. I actually capped it at 2 hours a day. So I have to go through this whole process of removing a safeguard app, and when I remove a safeguard app, I've attached a punishment of 150 push-ups to failure. But yeah, honestly, it's just slowly incorporating the things I do in my videos into my real life. And this one I've actually started on now, but like, a year from the line, you'll actually see how I'm incorporating my lucid lifestyle. I'll have hopefully my tiny house built. If not, it should be getting built on. And I'll be eating healthier. Again, I'm already eating healthier, but I'll be eating healthier, sleeping healthier, I should have a morning routine by then, but then again, work and stuff, it's all random. But yeah, I'm going to keep improving at Lucid Dreaming. If you're one of the OGs, thank you for watching the videos. I appreciate it. I should be posting more again. I should be posting like once a week. Just a car video every single week. It should be good. Maybe twice a week if I have a lot of topics and stuff. But yeah, I'm going to keep improving at this. I have a lot of ambition for the channel, which I'm going to try to keep going. Because I feel like I've gone past the hard part of posting the videos that suck. And these videos aren't going to do well, I know that. So I'm just talking with all these tangents. But yeah, I'm just going to keep trying to improve my skills. Again, I appreciate you watching these videos. If you want, you can comment something about if you've ever tried to improve your like lucid lifestyle. Well, not exactly a lucid lifestyle, but like if you tried to improve your mental clarity, your diet, your exercise, your sleep, and any helpful tips, just in case if someone's looking through the comments and they want to know some tips about some stuff. Anyways, thank you for watching. See ya.